we ask everybody here, but like a dating horror story, maybe even a really good date. But the horror stories usually go better.
I mean, where to begin? We probably just start with the podcast that like I wouldn't let my mother listen to.
Yeah.
Long story short, I met this guy at a bar in Breckenridge, and he invited me on a date the next day at Vail. It was New Year's Eve though. And so we go on the date, and it's a snowstorm in Vail. And so I'm ending up having to spend the night with him in his place with like his friends and go out on New Year's Eve with him. So typically on a first date, I would never stay the night because that's already like putting something weird out there. But he was like hardcore, like trying to hook up. And I was like, we just met. And actually it was like a bad date, but I'm like stuck with this person. And so basically I was just like, no, like cause we were like making out, and I was like, I'm just not gonna do this. And he was like, all right, well, do you mind if I like, what did he say?
I don't even know how.
I forget. It happened so fast. Okay. But it was just like, I'm already kind of saying no. And I was like, sorry, like, I'm not going to hook up with you. Like, I just met you. And he was like, well, do you care if I like masturbate onto your feet?
Oh, he Louis C.K'd you.
Is that like a thing?
Well, yeah.
I don't
know
what
Louis C.K. like masturbated in front of a woman in his hotel room, but like masturbate to her feet.
So I go.
Damn, we have to talk about feet on every fucking podcast.
Is that a thing?
There's a couple like people. For some reason.
I mean, not to kink shame, but like the first time you're meeting someone, and so I'm already like, I kind of feel like whatever. Like he like took me skiing and like all this stuff, and so I'm just like when you're already like saying no, like blue balls is not a real thing, and I like don't care about that, but I still kind of felt like I feel like there was a compromise there, and I was like, okay. He like flips me over. So like Nick said, face down, soles up. And no, him, like honestly, like my feet like needed their own room. He started like talking to them. Like he was like, when I saw you take those snowboard boots off earlier, and like I am like breaking the fourth wall. Like you know, in The Office, my face is like in the pillow, and I'm like, oh my, like I wish someone was, I was like, but I didn't know what to, I just like, I'm just like frozen. And so he is just like dirty talking my feet, masturbates on my feet. And then he's like the name of this episode is called Sticky Feet.
Sticky Feet.
I don't know how to react right now.
No. And I literally, and then he goes, oh, you should probably go wash that off.
Which... That's just.
I basically tiptoed to the bathtub.
I was like, would you like barrel walk over?
Yeah. Just did a handstand, feet up in the air. No, like rinsed them off and like got back in bed and just like laid like back to back and was like, we slept back to back and like never spoke again, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say that was the worst. For sure.
Yeah.
That might be our winner here.
Yeah.
14 episodes. I don't know if we can top that.
Fuck yeah.
We had a girl.
I love to win. Thanks,
I love to win.
We had a girl get hit by a car on a first date, but that almost might beat it. Yeah, I think I'd rather get hit by a car than get my feet.
I think I would too. No. Honestly, like, I didn't do much. It wasn't that bad. Give me a really good story.
So wait, didn't you say
I wouldn't do it again.
He was like, when I saw you take off those snowboard boots, like,
I said that, like, no, but there was like, it was like extensive dirty talk to the feet. And I was just like there the whole time, like alone, like this is not happening to me right now.
Isaac's fully erect right now.
Yeah. Are you into feet?
Yeah.
No.
He's a little bit.
Not yet.
After that story.
Yeah. I really am just like, I'm thankful in my life that I don't have a foot fetish. I just feel like it'd be hard to like break it to someone. Be like, oh, nice toes. And it is common.
If I had like a boyfriend and like he was into it, I'd be like, sure, we can work it in. Like, I'm not like so vanilla. But first time,
Well,
so what are your suspicions? No, I'm just kidding.
You guys have any kinks?
Top that. This is your guys' episode. You just stay out of it.
This isn't like, it's not going to top that, but like this was like crazy. So again, I was up in Breckenridge. And,
wait, are you going to tell that story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
And I like met this nice gentleman.
Speaking of kinks,
he was older, and I don't mind that at all. And we like go to his RV because he was living in, like, he lived in Fort Collins, but he had an RV. And I get an Uber over to his RV, and we hooked up. It was actually like amazing. It was like a lot of fun. And he was like, oh, and then at the end of it, I was like, oh, well, I have to go to the bathroom. Like, do you have a toilet in this, like, you know, RV? Like, where is it? Because, you know, like, it was like closed. You know how they like expand and stuff? I couldn't figure out where it was. He was like, oh, it's over there. And he was like, do you have to pee? And I was like, yeah, I do. He was like, okay, cool. And I was like, okay. And then he said, can I watch? And I was like, you know, like, we just hooked up. Like, it'd be weird. I'm like, no, I'm pee shy. Like, no. So I was like, sure. And like, I'm like about to go pee. And then he like bends down to the toilet bowl and was like looking up. And I was like, what? And then he was like, and then looks, and he was like, it happened so fast again. It's like,
again,
these kids, like, yeah, and he was just like,
it's getting on it. It has to be getting on.
I'm about to start peeing.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, again, fast. And then he goes, can I drink it? And I just said to myself, like, yeah. And I like pissed down his throat like it was a urinal. And
I don't know what to do.
And I literally was like, what? And it was like a long piss, like beer piss after sex, like full on. And he just like guzzled it down. Like, honestly, a skill. I don't even know if I could have done that. Like, it was just like a lot of liquid.
It wasn't his first time he did that.
Definitely not his first time. And yeah. And then he said to me, and this was actually kind of like wholesome, I guess, or a compliment. He was like, thanks for letting me do that. And I was like, you know what, man? You're welcome. And at this point, I'm just like, oh my literal fucking God, like, calling Uber now. And he's just like, yeah. He was like, you just seem like the type of person that would be cool with that, you know? And I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Like 20 beers a day, piss.
Yeah.
Just you seem like the type of person that would piss down my throat.
Exactly. That should be. And so then I call my Uber, and it was the same Uber driver.
That's the best part of the story.
And he just goes, how was it? And because he like totally knew, because it was like probably like an hour and a half. And I just wanted to be like, well, I pissed down his throat. But like, I felt like that would be too much, you know? I don't want to be too much.
That would be too much.
You know?
Let me just put it on
the
internet.
And so I feel like that was probably my weirdest, like, it wasn't a date, I guess, but my weird, where, and I don't even hate it. I just like think about it the other day, and I was kind of drunk. And so I woke up the next day and I completely forgot about it. And then I went to go pee in the morning, and I'm like halfway through my piss, just like Vietnam flashback. Oh wow, that happened. PTSD, the whole piss, like the same Uber driver. I was like, man, that's poetic, I guess.
So he's just like mouthfuls. Drinking, gulping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not trying to get
too much more of a visual.
But sorry, I was like thinking about the dynamics of it. Like, it grossed me out, and then my mind went to like, okay, what is?
Yeah, like the logistics are weird.
Yeah, okay.
He was skilled for sure.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I feel like he was one of those guys, if you like threw a grape across the room, he'd be able to catch it with his mouth immediately, you know?
Yeah, get that man some sake.
He doesn't lose a drop.
The chef's like, damn, you're really good.
He's got a second bottle.
And he's like, if they only knew. If this hibachi chef even knew.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Oh. Asking you shall receive.
Yeah, I don't even know if we could top that. I think we
That's our two best stories ever.
Yeah, I think,